Hello everyone and welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore 1.8. I'm William Strife and this, like I said, is Minecraft Hardcore 1.8. If I die, the world gets deleted, you know, all of that horrifying yet awesome stuff at the same time, you know? Super important that you actually learn Minecraft if you play Hardcore, you know? It's an incredible encouragement for you learning how to play the game, you know, to actually figure out how to be good at Minecraft. Anyways, this week, I am using a new texture pack, because if you're just joining, or if this is the first episode that you're watching, I change texture packs each week based on suggestions by the community, or you guys. If you want to suggest a texture pack, be certain to reply to my comment below and upvote good ideas that you like. Don't suggest texture packs that I've already used. If you can help it, you should see a list on the screen, because I'm not going to reuse texture packs or offshots of texture packs. So, you know, I'm not going to use a variation of Sphax because I've already used Sphax somewhere in this series. Anyways, this week I'm using a texture pack called, I believe it's Traditional Beauty. And I'm not entirely certain what to say about Traditional Beauty. It's unique. It's interesting to say the least. I've used this before. To be quite honest, I'm not entirely certain what to think of it specifically because it kind of looks like they're doing something neon with the blocks. Everything kind of looks like it's covered in plastic wrap. That's the best way for me to put it. You know, there's not necessarily something wrong with it, just I'm not entirely certain how I feel about it. But this is, it's not a bad texture pack. I quite like it. It's just not something that I'm too interested in using all the time. And hopefully it doesn't mess up the video too much, because I can imagine the constant highlights on some of the textures with the plastic wrap type effect might not bode too well. But because of how this texture pack looks, I'm going to do something very specific. I'm going to come over here, I suppose from this angle, and I'm just going to look at the village. I'm going to shut off the UI. So this is what Traditional Beauty looks like. And this is what vanilla textures look like. And then of course there's another one, Faithful, which is the pack that I used in the first episode. It's another variation of vanilla textures at higher resolution. So there you go. Just for reference sake, now you have an immediate comparison of you know, vanilla textures, Faithful, and Traditional Beauty, which are all, you know, really closely related to each other. But anyways, enough about texture packs. Let's move on to what we're going to be doing this week, guys. So last week I built the cactus farm over there that I started the episode out in front of. But something else that I did was I showed off like the enormous amount of mining and the shelf mining and whatnot that I've done in the nether. And all of the, you know, the nether brick that I put together, keeping in mind that I had to, like, for each single brick, I had to mine up 4 netherrack and then I had to smelt it all up in the smelter here. I'm really full up of materials. I've got so much stuff that I can use. So, I've been gathering all of those resources together for some pretty good reasons, and it's the fact that I don't really have a proper place to live around here, and, you know, enough of you, each episode have told me, it's like, hey, you don't really have a good, proper house, and it's the truth. This is the original tiny shack that I built on the first episode to survive the night, and the original intention was to, you know, kind of do a Skyrim type thing that you can do in, what was it, Hearthfire, where you make a tiny little front room, and that just serves as your house. And then you go and you, like, blow out the back wall and you build a hall on the back of it. And all of a sudden, your tiny house turns into an entry hall and well, that was the original idea. I didn't hold through with it because I ended up building the fishing shack over here, which has turned out to be a great place for storage and whatnot. And really, in all honesty, I don't use it for fishing very much. But a lot of you have made it very clear that this just doesn't really cut it. I'm for the grand scale of the compound. This is just a really pathetic way for me to live. Just a, you know, a 9-block 3x3 area with a bed in it. So you guys do have a really good point. So I think it's time for me to build myself some fancy digs to live in. And this is something that I've been tinkering with the concept of the design for a long time. And I think that the only real appropriate way for me to do this is to build a mansion, or what I'm going to call Chateau Strife. Chateau Strife is going to be on the other side of this pond, or... Well, yeah, I don't think this qualifies as a lake. I think it qualifies as just a pond. I'm going to need to build a bridge over it. I'm probably going to build it out of birch or something. Sun's pretty high in the sky. But as you can see, I've already done some measurements and whatnot, and I've got the basic layout of the mansion already put down. I've also got a chest over here with all of the materials that I'm going to need. It's going to take quite a bit of work to get this thing up and running, but it's going to be fancy pants. Absolutely fancy pants whenever I get around to it. So, the first thing that I got to do, however, is just basically chop down a bunch of these trees. But the mansion is going to need all the trees out of the way, but another thing that I'm definitely going to need is a lot of dark oak, because that's what I'm going to end up building the roof with. And trust me, I'm going to need a whole lot of the stuff. So basically, I need to clear an area, plant some dark oak trees, and start harvesting those up. And naturally, because it takes trees time to grow, I need to get the trees out of the way. I need to get the space down for trees to grow right off the bat. So there's that. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'm not entirely certain how far things are going to go. You know, just as a preemptive warning, I don't see this series lasting all that much longer. I'm not entirely certain where I'm going to end it. This is really an off-the-cuff thing. I record it on a weekly basis. I don't, you know, backlog any of the work here. Because, you know, your input is, you know, paramount to the success of this series. Because, you know, it's about what you guys want to see me do. It's about texture packs and whatnot. And hopefully, you know, I'll be able to get some major building projects in to make the place look just a little bit better and more interesting in the meantime. But I'm going to go ahead and chop down more of these trees, and we'll get to work on building the mansion shortly. Something I do need to sort out before that, though, is getting this bridge built, because I know for a fact that I am going to be running back and forth. So now that the trees are felled, I'm going to go ahead and plant up some dark oak trees, just so I can get some good stuff on the fly here. Go ahead and plant some dark oaks over here. All I really need is the dark oak wood for the roof, and as much of it as I can get my hands on, so there we go. The trees are planted. I'm also going to need oak for other parts of it, but I think that I'm going to do okay for oak. I'm going to go ahead and just plant a few more of these. Anyways, now that that's done, I need some birch wood, and I'm going to get to work on the bridge. Ooh-wee! Okay, hey, there's a fantastic, fancy bridge. I'm liking the way that this thing turned out. Look at it. I've even put support beams underneath the bottom. If you can see the, turn off the UI. You can see the cobblestone support moving across the bottom there. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm gonna need a little bit more dirt to fill in some of the holes that are pocked across the ground, because I'm going to be making a nice fancy garden over here. But it's now time to start working on the actual manor. And actually, you know, now that I look at it, I think I'll be able to get the necessary dirt from right over here. This little hill over here, I'm not entirely certain if I'm going to leave it or not. But I'll start harvesting up some of the dirt. And it's time to start working on the mansion, guys. Mostly building this week. So, not a whole lot of adventure, not a whole lot of running around, and for that matter, not a whole lot of talking. More just me building behind the scenes, and you guys getting, you know, fancy music at the same time. So anyways, I'm going to harvest up the rest of this dirt, and then I'll get to work on the mansion after I get some sleep, because it's getting dark out. And it's, you know, dark equals danger. Alright guys, it's time to start laying the foundation here, so I got a couple of more trees to remove. But the idea is pretty simple. Well, as you can see, I've put torches down to measure the area of the mansion out, and I want to make something very clear about this design. This cobblestone ring that I have built has, it's not actually the shape of the actual mansion itself. This is the shape of the walls, not any of the decorations that's going to jut out from it. So, if I'm not mistaken, this is a 5, 10, 15... Okay, yeah, this is a 16 by 26 block area, I believe it is. Yeah, this is a 16 by 26 block area. So, that's your dimensions if you want to, you know, copy the design. Not that I would encourage it, because this is Chateau Strife. This isn't just Chateau anybody. So, first thing that I need to do is just basically lay one big... solid foundation of cobblestone, which everything else is going to be built on top of. Alright, so there we go. The entire foundation is laid. Now, like I said, this is just the underside of it that I'm going to build on top of, because, you know, a regal mansion or a chateau requires that it be built on top or above other things. It needs to be elevated. That's kind of the whole point. Which makes me actually think right now that maybe I should have built it on top of the hill behind where this is, but it's a little bit too late for that. So, how exactly is this going to go about? Well, it's pretty simple. The walls and the support struts and everything, they're designed in a 4-block intervals type system. So, this is a corner 1. Then I count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I place another one. And I'm going to do it from the other side as well. So, I'll put 1 right here. So, there's 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. So, that's 4 blocks. I'm going to count with torches, just to be certain that I don't miscount blocks. You know, there's nothing quite as terrible or as crap as, you know, building something and thinking that you're getting all your measurements right, and then you get down to the end and you take a step back and you're like, wait, something's lopsided here, and you realize, oh crap, I miscounted, or I didn't measure right or something. A whole lot worse whenever you do that in real life, because you actually have to pay for supplies. Minecraft, not so bad, just a waste of time. So yeah, I measured this all out right. Everything seems to be in order, so all I'm going to do now is take some more of this cobblestone, and I'm going to do the same thing back here, just so I know exactly where the support struts are going to go. And where I'm putting these blocks of cobblestone here, that's the level that the ground floor is going to be on. So, you know, this is just a placeholder to make certain that I know where supports are going to go. So, let's just keep on measuring this out. Alright, I never thought that I'd actually run through so much of the cobblestone that I brought over. I might actually not have enough materials for this project. But, now that that's done, the next step is to come through and place stairs all along here, like this. I'm going to leave this open right here, and for that matter, I might have to rip some of these stairs up. But, this is the next design step. It's putting these stairs in to accentuate the base of the building. So, go ahead and just keep placing these all along the way. And you can see that I'm leaving this little gap where the support struts are going to go in. And that's because the support struts they're kind of jutting out from it. Okay, so where the torches are right now, that's going to be the wall face. And from that wall face, the support struts will jut out to these open gaps right here in front of the placeholders, as it were. So, alright then, so with all of the stairs in place, the next step is to come through and start putting in the support beams. And as you can see, I'm gonna, whoops, I didn't do that. They're gonna come back into the area here, and actually, that specific spot, this doesn't need to be, there we go, cobblestone on that, because the support strut will come back into the building a little bit like that. This is the design of the support system. So, all I gotta do is build this up to, I think it's 11 blocks tall from the ground level, unless I'm forgetting my measurements. Can't quite remember. It's one of those things, you know? You do so much planning and then you realize you've done so much planning that you can't remember all of it. But I'll figure things out. So, I'll go ahead and just build up the support pillars like this, and then I need to come through and remove all of these torches and build up the main wall between it all with this lovely, wonderful red nether brick. I love this stuff. Nether brick is so awesome. I remember whenever they introduced the 1.5 update and they added the ability to craft nether brick, you know, by smelting up the netherrack. And I said, well, you know, that's actually pretty labor-intensive way to get your hands on the stuff. But you know what? I love nether brick so much. I love the color red so much that I'm not gonna complain. I mean, admittedly, it's not perfect red. It's not a bright red. It's a dark red. Maroon, maybe you want to call it mauve. Don't really know many people that use that term, though. But either way, it is undeniably some tone of red, which is what makes me love it so much. Alright guys, so it looks like the walls are completely finished. I've built it up, 11 blocks tall, if you will. It's pretty plain, pretty much just the shell at the current moment, and for that matter, I just realized I need to plant more, dark oak saplings. I seem to have, gone down in the number of saplings that I can plant, because I forgot to harvest things up properly after I, finished off last time, or, whenever I finished the last set of trees, so just clear myself an area here and make some more. I've got some problems with the saplings overlapping with other trees, and thus the leaves aren't despawning the way that I want them to, so hopefully that'll be enough. Go ahead and take a munch on a steak. So yeah, there's the walls of the chateau. Now, as you can see, I left this big hole in the front of the building, and there's a specific reason for why I did that. It's the fact that I'm not entirely certain how to go about doing a front porch. There are multiple things that I could do, indeed, to make a front porch, but I'm not entirely certain which way I want to take it. I think that what I'll do is I'll take a bunch of these stone slabs that I've already got, and I'm gonna build up... Well, actually, I don't need to do that layer. This layer right here is going to be solid cobblestone, because this is where my eye level is going to be where the main floor is, so I don't really want the porch to be of a lower level. Or, well, maybe I do want the porch to be a lower level. Actually, I've got an idea. Let's go ahead and put in this stone right there, and then we'll put some slabs right across like that, and we can put some cobblestone down like that. And I've got another idea. This is gonna look great. I'll go ahead and grab some of these cobblestone steps that I've got, and I'll lay this up like so. In fact, I'll extend this ever so slightly out to the edges like this, and I'll put cobblestone there and there. Oh yeah, this is gonna look fantastic. I'll go ahead and build this up like so, and for those of you who are freaking out that I'm not just doing that, it's because I've got, you know, just this OCD. I've got this problem with knowing that there's an empty space below, so I don't do just, you know, half slab in the top slots, so I've got to do full blocks, because, you know, it just bugs me otherwise. That, and for some reason, I don't know if this is, you know, a substantial truth or not, but for some reason, I get this feeling that if you just do, you know, a slab in one slot, it for some reason slows the game down somehow. Like I said, don't know if that's actually true, it's just, for some reason, I feel that way. Okay, so here we go. This is the other side of it that I think is going to make it look frickin-tastic, man. Go ahead and remove this bit right there and fill it in with cobblestone. Do the same thing on the other side. There we go. Now, go ahead and line the edges like so, and we'll get ourselves a nice, wonderful porch for this fancy mansion. And there we go. This is looking good. Chest and the crafting table are a little bit in the way, which is unfortunate. I'll go ahead and make myself some stone brick steps as well, just to make this ever so slightly... Actually, no. You know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to do that. A nice way to get up here. And I might... Yeah, I've got leftover oak fences. I'll go ahead and put these around the edge to make a fancy porch to or landing, whatever, to beautify the front of this place. Oh, that is great. That is fantastic. This is incredible. This place, I mean, it's under construction and already it's looking great. I love it. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. This is fantastic. All right, so now let's get on to the section of the experience of building that's probably the most difficult. Right off, I'm going to take some of this diorite on me, and I'm going to craft it into polished diorite, and I'm going to put a border around the room that stretches around the edges, and it covers the support struts as well. Didn't mean to put that one there. So with these in place, I'll be able to put in some basic lighting to try and prevent things from spawning in here. Because it'll be super nice to be able to work through the night because the interior of the building is lit up. And I'm going to need to go back to the chest of supplies to grab some more diorite very quickly here. But as you can see, this is helping a whole lot already, and all I got to do is... Oops, that's the wrong stuff. Don't need the slabs. Need the diorite. Alright guys, so the floor is completely finished. I worked through the night thanks to, having these sturdy walls up. I can actually work as if I can work as if nothing is out of the ordinary. I'm safe. That's pretty much what it comes down to. I'm safe in here. So I finished the floor, composed of stone slabs and polished diorite. And now, as you can see, this hole is still open, and it's time to close it. It is finally time to close this big hole in the front of the building. So I'm going to take the dark oak that I've got here, and actually, now is probably a good time to move this crafting table to a better place, like, say, right here on the front porch in the corner there. I'm going to make myself some dark oak wood doors. Unfortunately, not the best of, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, I've got some slabs, and I'm going to put the pressure plates down like so, and then the dark oak wood doors, I guess the one on the right needs to be put in second. Because these things break down really slowly. Alright, so there are the doors in. Now it's time to put in the redstone stuff that I need, so I'm having on me. I'll run back to the house and grab that really quickly. Okay, there we go. The redstone is in place. Now, I'm going to take some of this polished andesite, and I'm going to put a frame around the door to kind of make it a little bit more offset. Dark door in the middle of dark brick doesn't really help to set it apart very much. So, there's the front door. It's all working, rigged up with redstone. Now, to fill in the gap up at the top there. And I've got this idea. I'm not certain if it's going to work, but I've got this rose bush, put it down, and grab myself a... oh yeah, this is something that you might, care about. You can spawn additional 2-block tall flowers by just whacking them with some bone meal, and you get extra ones. So I'm going to need a little bit of rose red for this, and I've already got the glass panes that I need. So 2 sets of glass panes that I want. First, red. And then do this to make the glass paint. So I've got 16 red stain panes, and I've got black stain panes as well. So I'm going to go ahead and chuck the leftovers. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and come up here. And this should be the way that it's going to work. So that's 1, 2, and then should be able... Yeah, here we go. This is the way that the window's going to be designed. I'm going to go ahead and swap some of these things around. Oops. Swap these around. Now I'm going to put black along the edges. Ooh, no, wait. I actually need more black than I thought. And then I'm going to put red in the middle. I'm just going to... Ah, crap. Alright, so I'll come back up. And I'll get this right this time. I swear I'll get it right this time. Go ahead and put the black panes where they belong. And put the red pane where it belongs. And this will probably look better once I actually have a roof on this place. But there we go. The front end of the chateau is pretty much done. The inside needs some additional work, though, as you can see. You know, I'm going to need to put some windows in this place, but I've been building for close to an hour and a half now, guys, and I think that this is more than enough. There's still a whole lot left to do on the mansion. I intend to add some windows to the front. There's also the roof that needs to go on, not to mention all of the furnishing that needs to be done inside of this place. I need to make it more cozy, more comfortable, more inviting. It's a little bit barren and just kind of completely lacking at the current moment. But for now, guys, I am William Strife, and this is Minecraft Hardcore 1.8. Be certain to like, favorite, subscribe, all that good stuff, and suggest texture packs and what you think I should build down in the comments, because your feedback is all the more important for this series, because it's the reason why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for you guys. So, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!